As here's Anthony Elanga with a chance to run against Charlie Taylor for the first time. Goes outside him, low ball, back post and in! It's Chris Wood. Forest have scored in the first 2 minutes, and Chris Wood, against his former club, does the business. Clenches a fist in front of the Forest fans, and it's a perfect start for the Reds. And if you needed any possible nerves settling, then that's exactly it. Anthony Elanga back into the starting lineup and doing what he does best, running at the fullback, sticking the cross in. And at the back post, Chris Wood ends what for him has been a bit of a frustrating goal drought and scores very early as he returns to Turf Moor. It's Burnley 0, Forest 1.
Happy days.
This is Willy Bolly. Bolly now for Danilo, finds a bit of space to turn, midway inside the Burnley half, gives it to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi down the left-hand side, cutting in onto his right foot, lays it off in fact for Yates, top of the D. Yates, as Burnley get their men behind the ball, gives it to Elanga. Elanga tees up a cross that's headed away from the goalkeeper by Estev and nodded clear for Burnley out to Wilson Odobert, who's challenged, and then Toffolo picks it up again. It was a good challenge by Hudson-Odoi, who's now played it into Gibbs-White, inside left channel, inside the box, tees it up for Yates.
Yes!
Wood on its way in and gone in, but the flag goes up for offside against Chris Wood. He didn't know anything about it, and I think he thought actually Wood, when it hit him, that he was offside. Yeah. I will say it's closer than I thought, because Charlie Taylor is close to playing him onside. The angle we're looking at the moment,
and the centre off,
is not really conclusive because it's not side on. I've just seen an angle where I thought he was offside.
If it's Chris Wood's day today, that's going to be a goal.
Yeah, I mean, it is close. It's closer than I thought. Montiel's treatment still goes on though. He's sat down just inside the centre circle. Oh, he's given it! Wow!
I told you it's his day today.
VAR, I mean,
brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I mean, there must have been a player who was on the far side of the penalty area who was playing him on. I've not seen an angle that suggests he's onside. The referee's now given it, and Forest actually get one.
It's Chris Wood's day today, I'm telling you. He'll know it is now.
Forest fans are all chanting VAR. Many of them dressed as referees. Well, the irony of it, Chris Wood can't believe it. Chris Wood cannot believe it. He's gone across for a little celebration in front of the Forest fans and now walks back while the treatment still goes on for Gonzalo Montiel. It was well made, you'd have to say that. Taylor whips it away from him and all the way back to Muric on the edge of his penalty area. Long ball forward from O'Shea, left wing, looking for Brun Larsen, who's going to keep it in play and square it back towards the penalty spot. Namdouni lifts it over the bar. It was good play from Burnley until the finish from Namdouni. It's a great chance for the man who scored both Burnley's goals against Forest in the 2 games that they played so far this season. It was squared back nicely by Brun Larsen, just away from Willy Bolly, whose direction prevented him, his momentum prevented him from changing direction and getting his foot on it to clear it. Half an hour on the clock now, and the free kick for Gibbs-White. Elanga had made the run down the right-hand side, but he was well tracked, so Gibbs-White, rather than taking that option down the right flank, is looking to cross. In it goes,
not bad.
The back post, and Wood gambled, and it wasn't too far away from Chris Wood, sliding in for a hat-trick. He sent his whole body, feet first, just to try and get something on the delivery from Morgan Gibbs-White, curling across towards the back post. He'd have been comfortably onside this time. Now for Berger. And now here's Amdouni, finding Brun Larsen. Little ball in towards the edge of the box, and it's set up for Odobert. Good challenge. Great challenge by Harry Toffolo, diving in front of Wilson Odobert to deflect it over the crossbar. It was clever feet from Lyle Foster to get Odobert a sniff of goal, and that was quickly snuffed out. Free kick then, midway inside the Burnley half, just right of centre. It's taken by Gibbs-White, tees it up towards Wood, who gets his head to it, and across gets Muric to make the save down low to his right. Wood on a hat-trick with Forest leading by 2-0. Danilo takes the corner in towards the near post, and O'Shea heads it up in the air, not cleared yet for Burnley. Might be now. Montiel brings it down and gives it to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi 30 yards out. Jinks it to Elanga, little ball infield towards Gibbs White.
Shoot.
Gibbs White, it opens up for him, 25-yarder, and a curler and a really good save from Muric as that threatened to creep inside the far post. As they gave Gibbs White far too much space around the edge of the penalty area. Muric making a fine save. Burnley now playing their way nicely out of defence, and that might catch a few Forest players upfield. Odebear down the left wing as he was well found by Lyle Foster. Here's Odebear running towards the penalty area and rolls it across the edge of the box for Amdouni. Good tackle, good foot in from Danilo. Gets it back again from Yates, and then clever footwork again from Danilo. And that's a marvellous ball to Wood, and Wood has got Gibbs White up alongside him. Wood still going towards the edge of the penalty area. Wood shoots over the crossbar. Looking for his hat-trick, who can blame him? Gibbs White looks frustrated alongside him. Wood apologises for maybe not passing it and maybe explaining, look, I'm on a hat-trick against my former club, I'm a striker, as he saw the shot rising over the crossbar. And just before that, fine save from Muric to deny Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah, good save from the keeper, Gibbs White.
At Sheffield United, that's the latest Premier League goal as Forest break away through midfield again. Gibbs White turns and lays it off to Hudson-Odoi down the left-hand side. He's going to threaten to cut in. Is he onto his right foot? No, he's going outside this time towards the corner of the 6-yard box. Lays it off for Gibbs White, and Gibbs White's shot looked as if that's going goalwards, and it just flicks off a defender and away for a corner. Lovely play from Hudson-Odoi, just threatened to go onto that right foot. It's a sort of, if you imagine the corner of the penalty area, it's a yard or two outside the penalty area and a yard or two inwards, infield from that corner of the box.
I think it's Stuart Pearce against Coventry in the League Cup semi-final about 30 years ago, same position.
Good shout. Danilo standing over it, Gibbs White and Murillo, and it is Murillo who drives. Good save by Muric, palms it away. Sangare keeps it in play, left-hand side, but was offside. It was teed up to Murillo by Danilo, and that got him another couple of yards infield and a better angle. And now Hudson-Odoi looks for the early ball to Elanga. It's a great ball, and Elanga's run has got him in behind the Burnley defenders. It's a great tackle though. Superb recovery from Dara O'Shea, with Elanga about, you would think, to side foot that past Aaron Muric, and back got Dara O'Shea when it looked like it was all over for the Burnley defenders, and stabbed it away for a corner.
And what a pass from Hudson-Odoi there from his own half, pulling in behind the high line of Burnley. And like you say, once Elanga got away, I thought he was going to get his shot away, but he had a couple of poor touches, couldn't get the ball to sit there for him. And Dara O'Shea, like you say, Colin, got back.
So in the end, as it looks at the moment, although here's Josh Cullen getting away from Sangare and shooting and deflected in. That's as horrible a deflection as the one that went off Chris Wood earlier on. Completely wrong foots Matt Sells. Josh Cullen's shot from the edge of the D. Hits the defender and ricochets past Matt Sells, who's had absolutely no chance. Josh Cullen announced as the goal scorer, but it's a clear deflection. Forest looking to finish with that second consecutive away win and finish 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Here's Odebear down the left-hand side, away from Bolly into the penalty area. Laid off for Odebear. Odebear's shot goes wide. Good chance. Forest bodies were throwing themselves in front of it to try and put Odebear off, and it might have done enough as he shoots wide of the target. 3 minutes of added time are played. Of course, Gibbs White was down for a little bit of the added time, but the referee calls a halt, and the season is over. And Forest stay in the Premier League. They'll have a third consecutive season dining at the top table of English football. It has not been a vintage season. It's been a tough old slog for long spells of it, but in the end Forest do enough to stay in the top flight. It looks like they're going to finish 6 points clear of the relegation zone,